Well, good afternoon, everybody. Doug Jenkins from the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. I'm with Rex here at Union Home Mortgage. We are celebrating a 5-year member anniversary. Well, first and foremost, thanks for being members for 5 years now.
Wow, thank you, Doug.
It's and we came over here live. We have a rule is that I can walk within 1 minute to get to your location. We'll just walk over and do these live.
I think we're at like 30 seconds.
Yes,
so
it's less than a minute to get over, unless I'm walking real slow.
Sure.
But I'm feeling all right today. Let's talk a little bit about the mortgage industry right now. Certainly, since COVID in 2020, we've seen ups and downs and all sorts of crazy things. How are things looking in the mortgage industry right now?
It's good. It's actually going really well. This year is looking just like it was last year, a little bit better. There's still a lot of people wanting to buy. I mean, we're getting applications every day, so the demand is there. So that makes us feel confident that things are just going to continue on. For those of us that already own a house, we love that because our values are going up. It's a great investment. For those who need to buy, it's been a little bit of a pain for them because of those price adjustments that have been coming every year and going up a little bit. But I think most people recognize the fact that it's just going to continue going up. The prices aren't going to fall. Right. So, waiting's really not real beneficial for most people. It's like, let's find something, let's get in and make it work because, 5 years from now, they're going to look back and say, thank goodness we did.
Right. Things aren't getting any cheaper anytime soon. No. Is that really the biggest piece of advice for someone who's looking to buy a home right now is get in, and what other things should they be doing?
Yeah, first-time home buyers that don't currently own, absolutely. That's usually the first piece of advice is figure out, readjust your finances. Sometimes it's revamping what you're doing at home. Maybe you don't need a third car, or maybe eating out a little bit less and realize that investment in that new home is just as important as their 401k or their IRA or anything else for the future or their financial stability. So it's a big step for most folks. It's one of the biggest steps that a lot of people will take. But I've been at this for 27 years. I don't think I've ever had anybody come to me and say, glad I didn't buy 5 years ago or 10 years ago.
Right.
So that's absolutely the case. For the move up folks, we still have a lot of people in the higher end stuff. I mean, their jobs are changing or, some sort of, relationship things have changed or whatever, they have to buy. And, they recognize kind of what's going on. They've been through the process. And then there's the others who are thinking about moving up. Out of the first home they bought, that initial investment they did, and it's like, okay, the family's expanding. We want something newer. Our jobs have grown since we bought that home. So we're seeing a huge uptick in new construction. So we're seeing a lot of new home interest to build their forever home, which is great. That's part of the whole market. We need those move-up buyers because those move-up buyers are coming out of the first-time home buyer home that we need to get on the market. So those are all great signs for the real estate market.
Always when you're having those conversations and thinking about maybe your first-time home or moving into a different house, that type of thing, you want to have a trusted conversation or a conversation with someone you can trust. Let's talk about what Union Home Mortgage brings to the table and the advantage when you come here.
Sure. So obviously a lot of years of experience, not just because I'm old, but what that brings though is a unique perspective. I mean, everybody reads everything online, and one of the hardest things is getting misinformation. Trying to research yourself
on the internet,
this
is shocking news.
Or your relatives, or whoever bought a home 20 years ago is probably not up to speed on today's current market.
That's a really good point.
And mortgage processes. And there's programs out there some people just don't know about. So when they come in, we sit and talk about their whole financial picture, and we talk about different programs that are out there and how to make that transition. Even that move-up buyer, a lot of them are like, how do I do that? How do I go from one house to the next without being homeless? And, so we have a path. We can show them how that works, how it's happened, and how it's worked for others. So yes, getting in touch with a trusted mortgage advisor is just as important as having a financial advisor for your retirement account, or a good attorney who's going to help you for your estate planning, for the future as well. Because understanding the numbers and not guessing what those things are going to be, because when you start guessing, you're setting your own expectations out, and then a lot of times that doesn't work out maybe how you thought it was going to. Or again, if you went through the mortgage process 10, 15 years ago, it's a lot different today. So yes, getting that setup done, getting that stuff done early makes that smooth transition. So from the time you find the house, get excited about it, to all the way to the closing, it's very smooth, very fast. I mean, we're doing a lot of loans down 2 to 3 weeks.
That's incredible.
on a well planned out program. But again, if you go out and find the house, haven't started the financial picture, closing that fast doesn't always necessarily work out, just because there's a lot of learning curves and stuff that have to happen in that. So, but outside of that, the mortgage world is doing very well.
One thing when we talk to chamber members who are celebrating anniversaries with us, not only through your chamber membership, but through all sorts of different ways, we find that chamber members are very involved in the community. They want to see Findlay and Hancock County grow. What are the things that in your time, because you just took over this post here recently, what are the things that you've liked getting involved in the Findlay and Hancock County community?
Hancock County has always been good for us. I mean, yes, taking over this office is fairly new to me, but I've been lending in Hancock County for probably 20 years.
Right.
So I've seen the community. I've seen how well it grows, how strong this community is, even when things are slowing down. I mean, other communities surrounding might not be doing as well, but Hancock's always been really strong, which has been really strong for the business community, makes for a better home community, and it makes the entire community kind of pull together. Whether it's Habitat or, any of the other programs that we get in, some of the, I like the Rotaries and the Kiwanis, and, we get involved in a lot of those things and help sponsor that stuff. So, of course, utilizing, businesses here, we all put that money back into the pot, and it all kind of comes back in the community to support areas that need those additional funds and additional things going on. And the chamber's huge with that. Of course, my wife used to run a big chamber, so I know what you guys are doing, and I know what good things you guys provide, not only for the community, but also for the businesses that are involved with you.
Oh, we certainly appreciate that endorsement. Yeah. Well, I guess I solicited it a little bit, but we do appreciate it. If people want to learn a little bit about Union Home Mortgage, maybe they're thinking about buying for the first time, maybe they're thinking about upgrading, whatever the case may be, what's the best way to get that conversation started with you?
The easiest way, obviously, is making a phone call to us. Our number is 567-998-4276. Or if you hop on the web, you can just search Union Home Mortgage Findlay. It's going to pull up. Or my website, which is pretty simple to remember. It's applywithrex.com. One of those things is going to get you in touch with us. We're right downtown here on East Main Cross. We're easy to get to. Parking's always available out here. And we'll be glad to have a conversation with anyone that would like some mortgage information.
All right. Well, again, thanks again for being a chamber member for 5 years. We look forward to the next 5 and beyond. And for Rex, I'm Doug. Have a great afternoon, everybody.
Thank you.